I'd like to welcome everybody to Cheryl's Kitchen, and today we are going to be cooking a recipe out of Cooking for Your Canine, Healthy Recipes for Happy Dogs. And what recipe are we going to make today, Cheryl?
We are going to make sardine puffs for my dogs, Mabel and Dixie. It's one of their favorite recipes out of my book. All of the recipes in my book are original, made by me. And it's a super easy, really nutritious recipe that from start to finish is less than 30 minutes.
Well, let's get going then.
Let's do it. Today we're going to make sardine puffs. Super easy recipe, anyone can do it. It takes about 5 minutes to put it together, 15 or 20 minutes to cook, and you have fresh, nutritious, delicious cookies for your dog. So, we're going to start with 2 cups of whole wheat flour. And all this is going to be just combined into a standing mixer. I always use whole wheat or gluten-free flour. Anything, I never use white flour. The next thing we're going to add are 2 tablespoons of gelatinous chia seeds, which are fantastic and full of fatty 3 omegas, which are great for hair, eye, brain, skin, coat, immune system for your dog. So 2 tablespoons of that. The next special ingredient we're going to add is a can of sardines. I like to get sustainably caught sardines. I only feed my dogs what I myself would eat, so that's what I recommend you do. It's good for your dog's health, and that's part of what we're doing here, is trying to keep your dog healthy. So always get the highest quality. My next ingredient to add is applesauce. Tons of fiber, great for your dog. Let's see if I can get this open. And I like to get these organic, these all come in half cup sizes. I like these because I have found that when I get a jar of applesauce, if I don't eat it all pretty quickly, it seems to go bad. So that's good. And then I have a ½ teaspoon of baking soda to give it a little lift. And then I'm going to mix it up a bit. And I have a ½ cup of water that I'm going to add, but I like to see the consistency before I add the water. So here we go, we're mixing it up. Oh, Mabel's lurking around, she already smells the sardines. Okay, so then I'm going to add the water. And so the consistency, it should be firm. It shouldn't be runny, so that it will hold its shape. Okay, so see how it's soft, but it's firm. That's how you want it to be, because these cookies hold their shape when you put them on the baking sheet, and you don't want them running all over the place, because that's not how it's supposed to be. Okay, so we have our finished product. Everything's mixed up. And so we have 3 options of how we want to put the cookies on the cookie pan. And I used a Silpat. I love these things. They're made from silicone. If you have a couple of these, you never need parchment paper again. But if you don't have one of these, get some parchment paper, put it on your baking sheet so the cookies don't stick to the pan. And so I'm going to go with a medium-sized cookie, which is normally what I do if I don't know what kind of dogs I'm feeding, but depending on the size of your dog, you can make them small, you can make them large. So that's going to affect the cooking time a little bit, but I'm going to go with just a medium cookie today. So I love using a pastry bag. I think it's fun, the cookies come out really pretty, but if you don't have a pastry bag, you can also use a teaspoon, or you can use a cookie scoop, one of these. Both of these work perfectly fine. But today we're going to go ahead and use the pastry bag. So I'm going to take some of the cookie mixture. I'm going to put it in my pastry bag. It smells like tuna salad, sardine salad. Okay, so what you do, if you've never used a pastry bag, you have to get the dough down into the tip. And then you hold it with one hand, and then you just lightly squeeze it out in the other, and you can make it into a little circle with a little top on it. So this takes a couple more minutes than if you just use a spoon, but they're beautiful. And I just love using a pastry bag. So that's what I'm going to do for these. And then once I've filled this baking sheet up, I'm going to pop them in the oven for 15 or 20 minutes, and then we're going to have fresh cookies. Okay, so we're going to bake these for about 15 minutes. The great thing about these cookies is that they don't spread, so you can put them pretty closely together and they won't change their shape. So when they come out, they should be firm on the outside and a little soft on the inside. I'll show you when we're done. All right. All right, the cookies are ready. Let's take them out and take a look. Look how beautiful these are. So they're a light brown in color. And then see how they're firm on the outside? But then you open them up and they're soft on the inside. So it's easy for the dogs to eat. So I'm going to let these cool for a minute, and then we're going to see how Dixie and Mabel like them. All right. We're going to try the cookies out on our panel of experts, Mabel and Dixie.
So those good girls, huh? Yeah. Well, I gotta say, Cheryl, you made that look really easy, and I think even me, who doesn't cook very much, could handle that recipe.
You absolutely could.
So thank you very much. So if you'd like more information on anything you've seen here today, or further information on the cookbook, or cooking classes with Cheryl, all you need to do is Google CB's Hound Heaven, or go to www.houndheavenwithcheryl.com. See you in the kitchen.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, Cheryl.